Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. We're going to find out more about the Dubois County Museum and things going on here in the first quarter of 2022. Joining us in the studio is Kathy Bachman with the Dubois County Museum. Kathy is on the board and is their publicity person. Right. And Kathy, glad to have you back.
Hey, thanks. It's 2022.
Hard to believe.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to write that down. You know, when you're writing a check or a piece of paper, you got to put the date. You got to get used to that.
That's right.
You've got some exciting events that you're going to be holding here in the first quarter of 2022.
We do. And then I brought me a cheat along so that I don't forget anything. We are bringing back story time. So that was on hold for a while. Mm-hmm. And now with the 2020, we thought we'd try it. We have our preschool director and teacher, Carrie Holdsworth, and she will be doing story time every second Saturday of the month at 10:30. Carrie is a very diverse person. I wish I could have brought her in here, but she is the director of a local preschool, and she's teaching. She comes out to the museum on Saturdays. She just had one on animals in winter, and in February it's going to be animal families. So every second Saturday. We're excited because to have the young kids back in the museum, it's just really, really fun. Of course, I shouldn't say kids. My mother hated that you called children kids, so young children back in the museum.
What age is story time for?
It's preschool through probably about second grade.
Okay.
Yeah. And then a lot of families come with their younger siblings, and it's an exciting morning. Mm-hmm. Overuse of exciting, but it is exciting.
Exciting for the kids.
You're right. Then the end of January, we are having our annual membership dinner for our members to come on out, hear what's new at the museum, what happened in the past year. We will have a dinner catered by Fueled Strength, and they should be getting their reservations in now for that. They can call the museum to put their name in and then pay at the door. We are asking our longtime volunteer, Artie Maringer, to speak on some stories he remembers from doing tours, because our theme for 2022 is supporting our community with old paths and new directions. So Artie is going to be talking about some of those old paths, but it seems like we're putting Arnie in a new direction all the time. We get him involved in so many things.
So that's the membership annual dinner.
Yes.
And you can also get a membership right before and go to the dinner.
That's right. You may.
Is that held at the museum?
It'll be at the museum. All these are at the museum, right. On Saturday, February 5th, we are inviting Dana Rickelhoff from the Department of Natural Resources at the Patoka Lake. And she will be conducting a little class, I guess you can call it, on the science of snow. Starts at 10:30 on that Saturday, the first Saturday of the month. And they're going to explore the science behind snowflakes and their uniqueness, and looking at the water cycle. So it'll be a little science lesson for all ages. Okay. She said, hey, you could be... she asked that you at least be 7, but even adults can come and maybe bring their grandchildren and enjoy learning about the water cycle and the science of snow.
And that's February 5th?
February 5th.
Okay.
We are getting ready, our exhibit team. In February, they're going to open a new exhibit called Dolls and Toys. Well, actually, it's only temporary. It's going to go from February to November. And it is pieces of our collection that are older toys, older things that you played with. And then we're going to showcase many of our dolls that have been donated to the museum. And I just I see so many of those dolls laying back in collections, and they have their own little box. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, it's going to be so nice to see them displayed again.
And that'll be, you said February to November?
That'll be February to November, and it's the end of February that they're going to have it completed.
Okay. And where is that housed in the museum? Is it in a special area?
We have a special area now that we are putting temporary exhibits. So it is right off of sports, and right behind the military. We have a larger area there. And we're finding that we can do a temporary exhibit, and people could come out and see it, and then we move it out, and we'll move something else in it. The museum is not stagnant. It is constantly moving, constantly moving.
Well, I think sometimes people think, okay, the museum, you've seen it once, you're done. But that's not true, because the Dubois County Museum seems to be changing exhibits a lot and rotating things in and out.
And we get so many things from the public that say, hey, do you want this? And so we'll find a place to put it. I just was reminded of that just the other day. The former fire chief from Jasper, Ed Eckert, came in with his uniform and all his badges and license plates. And so we have a mannequin there with Ed's uniform on, and it takes me back a little bit because I'm thinking, who's standing there? So it's in the Jasper Fire Department and the fire equipment exhibit. So come out and see a lot of things that Ed has donated to the museum just recently.
So it sounds like there's something exciting going on every month.
Yeah.
And one way to keep up to date is be a member. Right?
Be a member.
Yeah.
Check us out on Facebook. I try to put as much as I can on Facebook. My friend Mike Verkemp runs the Twitter account, so check that out. And he also maintains our website for us. So, check us out. Come on out. We get a lot of people that come out from the area, and they say, we are fairly cheap. We're $5 an adult, $3 high school, $2 elementary and middle school students. So it's a great place to go visit with your family. If you have something, people are coming into town, bring them out. Yeah.
Or just take your kids or take yourself and go. And really, in no time at all, you're there in an hour and don't even realize you've been there an hour. But you could easily be there 3 or 4 hours if you'd like. So the Dubois County Museum is open what days again? We do this a lot.
We do this a lot, but it's hard to remember. Tuesday through Friday, 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Saturdays we're open the most, 10 to 4, and Sundays 1 to 4. And we're closed on Monday. We do have a walking track, we call it, that you can come in and walk. When we're open, it's about 1/6 of a mile all the way around our building. So if you do 6 laps, you walked a mile.
Okay. Yeah. And that's, again, if you're a member, you don't pay every time. You just come walking through every time.
You can go walk through.
Are you needing volunteers?
We always need volunteers. And this winter has been tough on some, and they had to step down. So contact me at the museum. Just call 812-634-7733. One time I did that and I couldn't remember the number, but I got it. And just leave a message for me, and
What do volunteers do?
The main thing the volunteers do is be in the lobby to greet people coming in and take admission, work in the gift shop. And then we do have a group that work on the exhibits, and they're Tuesday nights, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, that group meets. And there's also a group that meets every Tuesday, and they work in collections. And I heard one of the people that work in there yesterday, he is now on his 1,000th negative from a recent photography studio closed. And I don't know, we had 3 recently give us their things. So
He's been going through the negatives?
And he puts them on copier, and it turns it into a positive, and he puts it into the file.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Wow. So there's all kinds of different ways you can help the Dubois County Museum.
So, yeah, check us out.
All right, Kathy, thank you very much for coming in. Remember, the annual membership dinner is coming up at the end of January, but all kinds of things going on all the time at the Dubois County Museum. Our guest has been Kathy Bachman. She is a member of the board. She is also the publicity person for the
Right.
Dubois County Museum. Hope to see you at the museum. I'm Bill Potter. Have a great day.